Hey guys, and welcome back to Rodea, the Sky Soldier. Oh, I see the word desert. Are we finally getting to a sandy level?
Yes, we are, because as any 90s-esque character, mascot, title knows, the way that you do your level structures is grass world, desert world, and then any variation of like a water world or a fire world or an ice world or whatever, and it varies.
Yassi's got a bit of a rhyme for it, which I can't really remember off the top of my head, but it's got a funky beat and I can dance to it.
But yeah, Rodea does fall into those tropes as well, but I think because it's Yuji Naka and he is playing so heavily on all of the tropes, he just about gets away with it for the Wii version.
Yeah, just don't think of Sandopolis though, and you'll be fine. There's that beat again.
There is that beat. This is essentially the enemy battle theme. So whenever enemies turn up, this song will play.
Okay, fair enough.
It's quite cool because it's sort of like there's dynamic music, there's not, but it's sort of like there was.
So it's not like dynamic music at all then?
Not really, no.
You fucking English major playing with words.
To be honest, it's probably more akin to, say, Sonic Unleashed's Werehog theme.
No.
It's not the most wonderful thing, but it does the job.
Come on, this one has a funkier beat. I'm still kind of butthurt that Unleashed battle theme wasn't just like, it didn't segue from the levels theme to just like that with like a funkier beat and maybe a faster tempo.
I mean, that would have been amazing.
Oh my god, can you imagine like that? Like a modern version, like in Sonic Generations, a modern version of like Jungle Joyride Night. That's great in and of itself, but you give it a little bit of a faster beat and a tempo, and boy howdy!
There are so many things that I wish they had done with Sonic Unleashed, but I mean, I'm always going to be quite happy with the game we did get. It's not perfect, but I think it's been severely underrated.
Would you be up for covering the Wii version of Sonic Unleashed with me and Flame?
Yes?
Slight hesitation there, I see.
Well, I will always be a fan of the HD version. That is the version I played. That is the version that I got my Xbox 360 to play.
Uh-huh.
So I'm rather biased in that respect, but yeah, why not?
Well, see, well, that all rivals right now, mate, so pick your poison.
Definitely Unleashed. Definitely Unleashed.
Okay, so what's the mission for this level?
Get to the end of the level.
Okay. Is it always like that just for like the first one?
It varies. I'm pretty sure most of them do follow the structure of get to the end of the level, and then the next one has some slight shift on things. But they change things so regularly that it's very difficult to pinpoint that pattern.
It's really hard to write an FAQ for, is what you're saying.
Well, I mean, it kind of is, to be fair, because most of the FAQ would be point and fly.
Yeah.
The only times that you would really need an FAQ for this is to tell you where the legacy medals are.
Uh-huh.
And, like, how many gravitons you need to be able to get into the bonus rooms.
I have to say, I wasn't going to point it out, but the pop-in of, like, the sandstorm was not the most subtle.
Yeah, it's definitely not. Well, then, if you think about it, it is the Wii. It can do so much, but if you've not got a gigantic budget, you really can only do so much with it all.
It's insane to think that's been almost 10 years since the Wii came out.
Oh god.
I remember going down to, Game in the Market Square. It's near Broadmoor Centre.
It's not there anymore.
Isn't it?
No, that closed down.
Man, it really has been a while since I went outside.
So, the two games that we've got now are the one that, at least I think the one in Vicky Centre's still there.
Oh, thank God.
There's one in the Market Square which used to be Game Station.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's now a game.
Okay. Well, it's the natural progression, really.
Well, exactly. Well, there was that whole thing where Game was going under. Well, it was going under. It was in administration. They were potentially going to shut down all the stores. Game Station did shut down, but then I think they rebranded some of the Game Station stores, and some of the game stores closed down to level out.
Anyway, basically what I was trying to say with my little spiel here is that the one that used to be near Broadmoor Centre, that's where I got my Wii from, and I remember being wee young Tom 64, or at least in like my early to mid-teens, like going down there with a big old rucksack and waiting for the store to open at roughly around 6:30, 7, got me thing, and then sheepishly came home and got on the bus as fast as fucking possible. And then I just played Wii Sports all day. It were grand.
Yeah, I didn't quite have that luxury because, good God, 10 years ago, I was still very, very much in school. So my Wii was a Christmas present.
I think mine might have been a birthday present or a late one.
Well, yeah. But, I mean, I do remember getting my Game Boy Advance SP from that particular game store. When it was the big one, because then they downsized, which was a shame because then the store wasn't quite as fun.
Oh, did it get rid of the upstairs?
Well, so what happened was that they moved closer to Broadmarsh.
Okay.
Into a much smaller, cramped building, and it was not good. Because I remember really desperately wanting the Arctic Blue Game Boy Advance SP.
Yeah.
And they had it, and it was just the most wonderful experience ever.
Sorry to go off topic and ramble nostalgically. It's very rare that Richie and I get to basically bond over Nottingham related stuff, so I take my chances wherever I can.
I suppose also Rodea is the type of game that evokes that era. So it plays on the nostalgia of certain gaming tropes, so you're gonna fall into that nostalgic lilt about days gone by.
Would you say it does it cynically or naturally?
I would say it does it naturally. This is a game that very clearly enjoys that era of gaming. So it's doing all of this out of love.
Okay.
Whereas I would say when it comes to the other versions, that's much more cynical.
Yeah.
Because the people who developed those versions clearly didn't get what was going on here.
I say naturally. I think the word I was really looking for was earnestly, but both versions apply, I think.
Exactly.
I remember these guys actually fucking my shit up when I played.
Yeah, they're quite difficult enemies to deal with. I'm basically going to ignore them for the entirety of this chapter.
Please do.
Because you don't need to defeat them. All you need to do is destroy these sandstorm generators.
Man, just effortlessly going around these things, using the pointer controls, it's making me really jealous.
You see, this is why I made sure to pre-order the Wii U version.
Okay.
Because, well, when I knew that it was getting released and I knew that the first print edition was going to have the Wii version, I was just like, right, let's first make sure that the UK release is definitely going to have this as well. Because, obviously, the game was being published by NIS America. So it was a bit like, please, for the love of God, make sure that it's the same in in all countries. And it was, thankfully. But yeah, so I was just like, right, definitely pre-order, because if that first print run goes, I know for a fact that I'm not going to like what's going to come with the Wii U version.
Oh yeah. I think you dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, so I was just very careful. I do tend to pre-order my games, at least the ones that I know that I definitely want, because I've got a thing with playing things at release day now, or around the release period. I think it's mostly to do with avoiding spoilers.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
You get the gist. It worked out for me with Rodea, quite thankfully.
Just one more to go.
And then that will be chapter done.
Wow, short part today.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, a little bit of Nottingham nostalgia, you get some desert levels, shenanigans, what more do you want?
I don't know where half of the bonus room doors are in this chapter. I think there are maybe at least one or two around this area, but I wasn't going to go hunting for them.
Especially with those big mech friggers lurking about.
Exactly. I mean, you have the time to do it because you only finish the chapter once you destroy the last sandstorm generator. So you can have an explore if you'd like, but I just want to get through these things in a reasonable time.
Fair dues. Is that the moon in the background?
Yes.
I was going to say, it's quite large.
So there we go, we've got his actual name now. It's Orthos.
Old May sound a little bit cuter.
Well, yeah, because it's little old me.
Oh. Oh, I'm a fucking dumbass. And on that note, we'll see you next time for more Rodea the Sky Soldier. Bye for now.